So, what is the difference between Sanatana Dharma and Hindu Dharma? At a very young age, you had visited the Char Dhams, and in India, generally, people after 60, after retirement, they generally go to the
Yoga is hugely popular. Yoga, which came
yoga is
directly out of Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana means without beginning or end, eternal. Sanatana Dharma is the Dharma that does not change, that is universal. Sanatana Dharma is principles like
Hello, friends. Welcome to our channel, The Hanuram Show. Today, we have a very special guest on our show, Mr. Devala Rees, who is from USA and will explain the teachings of Sanatana Dharma. Mr. Devala Rees is an expert in this subject, and Devala Rees is practicing Sanatana Dharma from a very long time. So, without any wasting our time, we will start our session today. So, hello, Devala Rees.
Hello, namaste.
सो आपको गणेश चतुर्थी की शुभकामनाएं. हैप्पी गणेश चतुर्थी टू यू.
Yes, to you too. Happy Ganesha Chaturthi.
Thank you. So let's start. I have drawn some questions and I'll ask him directly. So he'll answer the questions for you. The first question is, could you please introduce yourself and share a bit about your background and how you become interested in Sanatana Dharma?
Yes. Yes, my name is Devala Rees, as you said. I was actually raised with Sanatana Dharma from birth, which I know is rare since I'm white American.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it was my parents both were interested in Sanatana Dharma
Okay.
from a long time back. The first in my family actually was my maternal grandmother, my mother's mother.
Okay, so you are Hindu already.
Yeah. From birth, from childhood, yes.
Okay, great.
Yes. So yes, my mother's mother was the first in the family who was interested in Hindu Dharma or Sanatana Dharma. And then both my parents were followers for many years of Maharishi Mahesh Yogi.
Okay.
They both lived in India for some time. Both of them studied under multiple teachers, though, not Maharishi Mahesh Yogi alone.
Okay.
My own guru from my childhood is Mata Amritanandamayi.
Okay.
And
so she's from which state in India?
Kerala, from Kerala.
Kerala. Okay, great.
Yes.
Nice to learn.
Yeah. So I have gone to Kerala, spent time living in her ashram, studying from her.
Okay.
Yeah. And from other teachers. So my hometown in the USA, there is a Hindu community, like an Indian Hindu community, a lot of Indians there.
Okay.
So we have a mandir there. I grew up going to the mandir all the time from when I was 12 years old. The mandir was founded in my town with a Panditji, Pandit Parta Sarati Vempati. He was been a great acharya to me. I have studied with him 17 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I think 17 years now. So I learned a lot from him. Also Pandit Dhruv Narayan Sharma from Chicago, which is close by. So a lot of different teachers in the whole Indian Hindu community through the mandir and that I grew up in. So yeah, from a lot of different teachers.
Yeah. Means you are living in USA, but you are connected with the India. Bharat.
Oh yeah.
In some other way.
Bharat feels like home to me. Like I grew up in the USA, but Bharat feels like home to me. I love Bharat. I was I didn't grow up there, of course. I was 20 years old first time I came to Bharat. Did the Chota Char Dham Yatra in Uttarakhand.
Char Dham Yatra.
Yeah. So Yamunotri, Gangotri, Badrinath, Kedarnath. Kedarnath, Badrinath, other way around. And that was my first time. I fell in love with Bharat. It is my favorite country on earth. I've returned many times since then. Yeah,
Mm.
both, North India, South India, visiting different states. I have friends there who I come and see and study in my guru's ashram in Kerala. So yeah, I love Bharat with all
So
my heart.
means you have visited the all Char Dham.
The Chota Char Dham. So not the Mahachar Dham of Jagannath, Jagannath, Dwarakadish, but the four Char Dham in Uttarakhand: Yamunotri,
Okay.
Gangotri, Kedarnath, Badrinath. These four. Yes,
Okay.
I have visited these four.
Okay.
And yeah, many other places, but yeah, I would love to one day do the Mahachar Dham around the four corners of India, but I have only done one of the three, only Badrinath of those four so far.
Okay.
Yeah, not
It means in India.
Rameshwaram, Jagannath, Dwarka. Yeah.
So means at a very young age you had visited the Char Dham, and in India generally people after 60 after retirement they generally go to these Char Dhams. But it's nice to hear that you have been in the USA from last 30 years and now you have also visited many historic places. So it's very nice to hear that. Means we have got a background that you are living in USA but you are by heart you are Indian. What do you say? Is this right?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just
that's absolutely how I feel. Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. In my heart,
okay,
I love Bharat and I love Bharatiya Dharma, the whole spiritual culture. Yes.
okay. So we have learned that you have been in USA, but you are studying Sanatana Dharma. So my second question is that what motivated you to study and become a scholar of Sanatana Dharma? As I already mentioned, you are a scholar of Sanatana Dharma. So what is the motivation behind that? Could you please give me some details on that?
I wanted to study Sanatana Dharma because from when I was a child, really the transformative moment was when I was 12 years old. I took
Okay.
Guru Diksha under Mata Amritanandamayi,
Okay.
got a mantra from her, and
Okay.
began sadhana. There were like
Okay.
little meditations, home pujas, and things from before that, like every Hindu, child learns from their parents, or at least they see their parents doing it. But 12 years old is when I first was initiated by my Guruji in a real, lifelong, serious spiritual sadhana, and
Okay.
it was so transformatively positive for my life. Before that age, I had um, nightmares. I would describe myself as I was somewhat of a fearful child when I was young. Um, I my nightmare that I had, in sleep every week or
Okay.
so for my whole life before then.
Okay.
I conquered it immediately when I got my mantra from my guru. It never returned. My inner
Okay. Great.
in, through my and then in the following years, through my teenage years, really,
Mhm.
the experiences I had practicing. So the main path of sadhana that I follow is bhakti yoga or bhakti
Bhakti
marga.
yoga.
Um,
Okay.
the experiences that I had were the most valuable, joyful thing I've ever felt in my life. Nothing in my life, no other field of education or study ever gave me such genuine bliss and happiness and fulfillment. So I just wanted to go for it more and more. Sanatana Dharma always was the most interesting and seemed like the most valuable thing I found in my life. So that's why I wanted to study it. Yeah.
Okay, great, great. I get confused sometimes. So, what is the difference between Sanatana Dharma and Hindu Dharma? Means
Mm-hmm.
you are mentioning
Uh-huh.
Sanatana Dharma, but in India,
Uh,
we say Hindu culture.
yeah.
So we rarely speak about Sanatana, the word Sanatana. We mostly speak about Hindu. So, what is the difference
Hindu.
between?
Um, in casual use, when people say these terms, often there isn't necessarily a difference. Someone will say Hinduism, Hindu Dharma, Sanatana Dharma, as if to mean the same thing. But if you study where the terms came from, um, Sanatana Dharma is a more ancient and original term.
Okay,
Sanatana Dharma, the Shastras mention Sanatana Dharma. The Shastras never
okay,
mention the word Hindu, not once anyway.
okay, okay,
The word Hindu is not even from India. It is a foreign Persian word. It became common in Bharat over
Okay.
hundreds of years now. But no, Hindu. So to quickly explain, there is the Sindhu River today in
Sindh River.
Pakistan. Today it is in
Yeah.
Pakistan, the Indus River,
Yeah.
Sindhu River. In ancient times, Sindhu in Sanskrit, Sindhu River. The Iranian language of Persia changed to pronounce the s sound
Hindu
as
to
a h.
Hindu.
Yeah, sa as
Okay.
ha. So Asura became Ahura. Soma, the Soma plant, became Homa. Sindhu became Hindu. So they called it
Oh,
the Hindu River, and they referred to the people who lived around and beyond the river, looking east from what is
okay.
now Iran, the Hindu people. So the word came from there. It did not come from India. Um,
Okay.
but with the Urdu language and Persian language influence in India, the word Hindu became very common.
Okay.
First, it had nothing to do with religion. It just meant the people of the land, the people beyond the Sindhu River from Persia. But during British colonial times, the term was coined Hinduism for a
Okay.
religion. Yeah, so that's where that came from. But Sanatana Dharma is the much more ancient term that is original to Bharat and to the Shastras. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Great. Next question.
Mhm.
So you are living in USA.
Yes.
So how do you see the intersection between Western culture and the teachings of Sanatana Dharma? Means you are living in a USA, there might be some people, means hundreds of people in only following Hinduism, white people. And so
Uh,
what is the connection between the Western culture and the Sanatana Dharma, teachings of Sanatana Dharma?
There are more than hundreds of white people in the
Okay.
United States practicing Sanatana Dharma. There is Pew polling on this from a polling agency. There's about 60,000,
60,000. Okay.
about 60,000 white Hindus in the United States. Still, the United States is a country of more than 300 million people. 60,000 is a tiny number. You can easily miss
Yeah.
it. But I think that a lot of the teachings and ideas of Sanatana Dharma, not closely tied to Indian culture, Indian festivals, and so on, go further. So polling shows that close to 1/3 of people in the USA believe in or might believe in or interested in the idea of reincarnation.
Okay.
1/3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
1/3.
huge. It's a huge. Many of them are Christian. Like many of them believe in religions that theoretically this goes against, but they are interested in it. So I think a lot of and reincarnation is just one thing, but a lot of yoga is hugely popular. Yoga which came
Yeah. Yoga is
directly
really.
out of Sanatana Dharma.
Yeah.
It's very in Western yoga, it's often it's largely just the physical exercise class, but a lot of them are interested in the spiritual aspects. They include some meditation as part of it. Meditation is very popular.
Yeah. Meditation is very popular.
Yeah, meditation is very popular. So there are many aspects that came from Sanatana Dharma, came from Bharatiya Dharma, that are definitely becoming very popular in Western culture, even if people don't even necessarily realize always or give credit always or understand the roots of where it came from. But there is yoga, meditation, ideas like reincarnation, ideas like the spiritual interconnectivity of living
Okay.
beings. Vegetarianism is becoming more
Okay.
popular. Philosophies of ahimsa. So yeah, Western culture is has already adopted quite a lot of
But they
influences
might
from
not
Sanatana
know
Dharma.
that this is the teachings of Sanatana Dharma, like meditation, yoga.
Yeah,
They think that it is come from India, but they don't know
yeah,
that
yeah,
it is a Sanatana Dharmas, means it is the teachings of the Sanatana Dharma. Am I right?
yeah, yeah. Oh, they don't know the word Sanatana Dharma. No, they know yoga. Yeah.
Yes. So next question is, could you please explain what Sanatana Dharma means in simple terms for those who might not be familiar with? Means what Sanatana Dharma teaches us in simple word.
Yes. What I was taught by my guru
Okay.
is she teaches there are three aspects of dharma. First, there
Okay.
is svadharma, self dharma.
Swadharma.
Yes.
Swadharma.
Swadharma, what is right for oneself as an individual. One's calling in life, the thing that you are inspired to do, that you are talented at, that is the natural way that you can contribite.
Okay.
2 is sadharana dharma.
Sadharana.
Sadharana dharma. This
Sadharana.
is dharma that upholds society.
Okay.
Not just for yourself, but doing good for society around you, but specific to the society you live in. That particular society. In a different society, it would be different. 3rd level is Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana means without beginning or end, eternal. Sanatana Dharma is the Dharma that does not change, that is universal. Sanatana Dharma is principles like treating all living beings with compassion and kindness. Ahimsa, do not spread suffering. Promote the well-being of all beings. Treat others with respect and gratitude and reciprocity. To honor those who have taught us valuable things by practicing their teachings, to give back to nature. If you cut down a tree, plant another tree. Take care of the world around. Sanatana Dharma, these are the fundamental principles of Sanatana Dharma. To care for fellow living beings in a way that is reciprocal, meaning what they give to you, give back to them.
Acha.
Take care of each other. Yeah. This is the simplest essence of Sanatana Dharma, as my guru teaches.
Okay. So are you a vegetarian? We people think that in USA culture they are non-vegetarian. So that's why I'm asking. Are you vegetarian yourself?
Yes, I am vegetarian, lifelong. Yes.
Okay, great. My next question is, what specific aspects of Sanatana Dharma have you focused on in your research and study?
Yes. The aspects of Sanatana Dharma that I have most focused on in my own study is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga, most especially the traditions of Sri Krishna. My Ishta Devata is Sri Krishna. And so I have most focused on studying the Shastras about Sri Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavata Purana, Vishnu Purana, Padma Purana, Mahabharata, all the Shastras about Sri Krishna, and also the teachings of mainly my own guru, but also other gurus, focusing on Krishna Bhakti. Bhakti Rasamrata Sindhu. There are so many beautiful Bhakti Shastras on Sri Krishna and his upasana and his worship, from all the way from ancient times through medieval times to modern gurus. So yeah, the Bhakti Yoga and Krishna are the areas that I have studied the most.
So what our viewers expect to learn and gain from this video series on Sanatana Dharma that we'll be creating together?
Here is what I think I have to offer. I want to be clear from the start. I am not a guru. I am not qualified to be anyone's guru. I am a fellow sadhaka. I am a seeker. I have not reached moksha. I am not a guru who's taking disciples. I am a fellow Hindu who is very interested in Sanatana Dharma. I have studied a lot, and I have learned a lot from my guru. I have studied a lot in the Shastras, and I am very happy to share what I have learned with fellow Hindus as part of the community. And I do think I have an unusual perspective on Sanatana Dharma, being that I am from the US, not from an Indian family. So, I'm kind of seeing it from a different angle than most Hindus in India. But yeah, I want to share what I have learned in my exploration of the Shastras and my guru's teachings. Yeah.
Okay, great. This is our last question. So, is there any particular message or key insight you'd like to share with our audience as we embark on this journey of exploring Sanatana Dharma together?
The thing I would share, I suppose, is to think of Sanatana Dharma or Hindu
Okay.
Dharma as in
Mhm.
modern times it has become a global community.
Okay.
There are millions, many millions of practicing Hindus all across the world now. And there are a lot of them, hundreds of thousands at least, who are not from an Indian background, who are not from
Okay.
Bharat, but have been attracted to it.
Acha.
If you in the West, if you go to a Hindu temple for any festival, Krishna Janmashtami, Ganesha Chaturthi, you will see white people there.
Yeah.
They're interested. They are joining the community. There are many in Europe. There are many in Africa. There are many in the Caribbean, around South America. So I would say that Sanatana Dharma is on the cusp of becoming a world religion.
Means it is growing
Not
slowly.
not that slowly. It has
It is
grown just
growing fast.
in the last 50 years. It has changed a lot. It's not something that is tied only to Bharat and that is
Okay.
confined to Bharat. And I think that Sanatana Dharma can benefit a lot from engaging with its own global community of people who want to be part of the shared community and to practice together and to contribute back to it.
Okay, great, nice. So this is all today. So friends, we have learned a lot of things about new things about Sanatana Dharma. Mr. Devala Rees will be joining our next video series. So if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also, I have again Devala's link in the description below. So thank you, Devala, for such kinds of teaching Sanatana Dharma. I'm expecting to create another video series with you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Dhanyavad ji.
धन्यवाद. जय श्री राम.
Jai Shri Ram.